I see you met our co-sponsor.
Nice guy, right?
I mean, we haven't met, but between us, I heard he was kind of bossy.
My entire life, Paris has been my twin.
Well, better safe than sorry. Might as well just have you just...
Kyle.
Sienna, this is a once-in-a-lifetime moment.
Feeling you're gonna recover just fine.
Do you not see the condition of this date? Hoping to have a real date for the ball instead of being stuck with me, your best friend.
No.
She's my other half.
$22,000, and you need to pay up before I add the juice.
Yeah. I'm not your boy.
Welcome to Conversations with Levon. Today, I am joined by one of my favorite actors, Mr. Arrington Foster. Arrington, welcome to Conversations with Levon.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes. All right. So, Arrington, how long have you been acting, and what inspired you to pursue acting?
I've been acting since I was a kid. I was very much everybody sit down and watch me entertain you. Even as young as 3 years old, I literally was like, I just loved film
Wow.
and movies, and I would sing with my grandfather. He would sing back to me, and I would dance around the living room. So, but I don't have any artists in my family, so people just didn't know what to do with that. So, shout outs to my sixth grade music teacher, Miss Garrity, wherever you are. She
Nice.
literally was like, because I used to sing in choir and I performed at the Kennedy Center, and she was
Oh
like,
my
"You should do this play." And I was
Yeah.
like, okay. And so that's what jump started the acting bug. And my first play was The Wiz. I played the
Really?
Scarecrow. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've actually done The Wiz twice. I played the Scarecrow, and then in high school I did it again and I played the Lion. So I always say if I have to do it one more time, I gotta be the
Wow.
Tin Man. Just so I can say
Yeah.
I've done my thing.
Right.
But yeah, that's what started it off. And I just did it all the way up from middle school to college. Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you started young.
Yeah, I did. I would say about 10 or 11. That's when I started. Yeah.
Wow.
hmm
Wow.
Yeah. It felt like I fit in somewhere because before that I did, all the different types of sports and stuff.
Mhm.
So I always encourage people, you know, don't shy away from the arts. You never know. You might have a talent in that. So,
Right.
yeah,
Right.
loved entertainment, whether that was, dancing around the living room or singing or just wanting to be on stage. And I think that's what really started it off, just the acting bug and feeling like I finally found a passion that I really enjoyed. And so I kind of just stuck with it all through middle school and high school. And I went to college in Texas, TCU, Texas Christian University in Fort Worth. I got my degree in Bachelor's of Arts there. And then, and then I just kind of made the transition to moving to LA and pursue film and TV, even though now I'm currently in Atlanta. But yeah.
I love Atlanta too. Yes. Wonderful. Okay, so you play the role of Rio Duncan on The Family Business. What has that experience been like for you?
Oh man, I mean, it's been a dream come true. It's my first series regular, my first TV show. So,
Mhm.
it was a lot of no's and rejections before then. So to finally get a yes was amazing. I didn't know to the magnitude that it was going to be, but
Right.
I knew that we had something special. I mean, I'm so grateful to Carl Weber, our writer, and Trey Haley, our director, our producer, Indy Brown, and the whole cast and crew. I mean, these are some of the most amazing actors that I grew up watching. So to be able
Right.
to be in a part of something that now 6 seasons in, it's a blessing. And I'm just grateful to all the fans because you guys have been riding for us since the very beginning. And
Yes.
it's just beautiful to be a part of.
Yes. Um, Rio is a layered character. How do you prepare for that role?
Uh,
It's a
well,
lift.
Rio is a lot of me. Just I don't sell drugs or kill people or anything like that. and to be and to be honest, like he has some of like the style that I would wear in person, but there are a lot of things that I have never done. You know, I never colored my hair. You know, if you see me out on the streets, you're not gonna see colored hair. You're gonna see me. It's natural me.
Uh-huh.
But it's the confidence that I think that I bring to the character, but also I think he kind of is like an armor. He kind of brings the confidence to me in real life.
Yes.
Just it's like we're this big mafia family, superhero family, it feels like. And I think playing Rio has been fun because I think we all have a Rio in our family. Maybe someone who feels, othered, or maybe someone who doesn't feel like they fit in. And I love that throughout the seasons we've seen his character blossom and grow and
Right.
just show more. And so
Mhm.
it's been great. I feel like I'm not method, so I don't carry him all day long. I get in the costume and the hair and everything, and I just, I do my thing, and then when it's wrapped, then I go back to Arrington.
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
I love it. Let me tell you, I'm tuned into that every episode. I love your character.
Thank you, thank you. The response has
Yes,
been great. I love that people connect with him, and I feel like when I get recognized, people always feel like they know me because we're always in your living rooms every week. So it's
yeah,
like, people are like, "Is that my cousin, or is that my brother, or my nephew?" Or I'm like, "I'm all your
yes,
family. So that's fine. We're like a
yes,
second family."
yes. You are, and let me tell you, it feels like it takes so long for the next season. I'm like, oh, I can't
Trust
wait.
me, I know, I know, I know. No one feels it more than I do because I'll be ready to
I,
go back to work.
I, I
But
know,
I'm just
right?
the actor, guys. Don't shoot the messenger.
I
When they
know,
give me the
right?
call, that's when I go.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
All right. So, A Very Merry Beauty Salon was also great.
Mhm,
Became a fan favorite. What
mhm.
attracted you to that project?
Wow. Well, I swear, manifestation is so real.
Hmm.
I was actually at the BET Awards 2 years ago, and I remember I was like coming out, and I was just so excited to be there. And I saw Tia Mari, who we all love from Sister Sister. I was
Yes.
just such a huge fan, and I just went up to her and I hugged her. I said, I love you and your sister. You guys inspire me so much. And I just looked at her. I said, we're gonna work together one day. And she was like, okay. But the tongue is so powerful because I did not know that a couple months later, I get an audition for this Lifetime holiday movie that she was not only starring in, but executive producing. And
Wow.
she remembered me. And it was just like such a God moment because I had reached out and I was like, I don't know if she's gonna remember me, but my friend was like, no, you should send her a DM on Instagram. So I was like, she has like 14 million followers. She's never gonna see it, but she saw it. And I just said,
Wow.
hey, I got an audition for your project. I can't wait for you to see my tape. And she was like, yes. She was like, I can't wait to see it. Just do your best, kill it. And I ended up getting the part. And so being able to, play her best friend, it was like, I was like, y'all can't tell me nothing now. I was like, this is a dream come true.
I
So, and it
know.
was just such a great movie. We shot that here in Atlanta in September of 2024. And it was a 2-week process. It was very quick. Unlike Family Business, which is like a big ensemble cast, Very Merry Beauty Salon was like very small. We didn't have that many actors. So we really glued and gelled so quickly.
Right.
And the fact that it did so well on Lifetime and then a year later resurfaces and does top 10 on Hulu and Netflix, it's just a beautiful thing. It's amazing.
Yeah, it was a great movie. I
Yeah.
really
It was
enjoyed
fun. We
it.
all love a good rom-com,
Yeah.
especially around the holidays. So I'd love
Right.
to do another one. We'll claim and pray and manifest for more Hallmark and Lifetime
Yes.
Christmas movies. You can never go wrong with a Christmas movie.
You can never go wrong.
Yeah.
Never. I love Christmas movies.
Yeah. Me
All
too.
right. So, what was your most memorable moment while filming A Very Merry Beauty Salon? Do you have a
Um,
special moment?
A special moment. You know what's so funny? So the first day I was on set, I was nervous. Now I'm always nervous, but for some reason, when I don't know what comes over me, but it's like as soon as it's like they call action and the first word comes out, all the nerves go away. But leading up to it, I'm like, ugh, I'm like a nervous wreck. And
Yeah.
my first scene is with Tia. So I'm sitting here like, oh my goodness, like I just had the pinch me moment. And I
Yeah.
remember I'll never forget, she was in her dressing room and she was like, honey, I can tell you're nervous. That's a good thing. That means you still care. That's good. And I was like, okay. And then she was just like, we can just run it for as many times as you need to. Just her just being so selfless and giving and
Hmm.
down to earth. It made me really respect her, not only as an actress, but just as a human being, as a person. She was like, we can practice for as many times as you need to. And after that, I just felt like, oh, this is my best friend. This is my sister. And so we just gelled and clicked, and it was just the whole process was just easy after that. So that's a moment I'll never forget. That was fun. That was good.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is a special moment. That is a
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because you see people and they say sometimes don't meet your heroes, but I've just been super blessed, whether it's Valerie Pettiford or Ernie Hudson or, Tia. I've just been able to work with some really knowledgeable and legends.
yeah.
And they're just so humble. So it teaches me to make sure to always be humble, no matter where I'm at in my career, because that's how
Right.
you're able to have longevity.
That's right. That is so true.
Mhm.
So you're stepping into theater with an upcoming
Mhm.
play. What
Mhm.
can you share about that?
Yeah, well, theater was my childhood. It was my roots. I grew up doing stage, and so when I took time apart from theater to kind of do film and TV, it was a long time that I hadn't been on stage. So last year I did my first play in Atlanta called "Are You Marriage Material," and
Hmm.
that was really, really good. And it just felt good to be back on the stage again. So fast forward to now, I am cast in a new play called Daddy's Home, but my husband ain't.
I got to see that.
Written by Deidre Ashante, and it's so good. I'm so excited about this production. We're actually starting our first show in Atlanta March 22nd,
Uh-huh.
and we're gonna end up going on a tour throughout the year to different cities, mainly in the Southeast region. I know we're going to hit some of the Carolinas, Florida, New Orleans, Georgia. Um, that's all I know so far. But if you'd like to get tickets, please go to Daddy's Home, but my husband ain't.com. I believe it's
Wait,
Daddy's Home. It might be Daddy's Home to play. You guys can find it in a link in my bio on Instagram. But get your tickets. It's a great story about family and all the
yeah.
drama that comes with family. My character Drew, he's he's definitely different than anything that I've played before.
Uh-huh.
But I'm excited to dive into that. So we're in rehearsals currently for that right now.
You let me know you come to North Carolina, like Charlotte or Greensboro. That I'm close by that
Absolutely.
area. I would love to come.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm pretty sure we're gonna hit somewhere in that area, so I will definitely let you know. Please come out and support.
Yep, I'm coming to see you, Arrington.
Yes, 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 yes. Absolutely. I didn't wear my shades for you. I should have worn my shades for you next time.
Go get him.
Ah!
Go
I'll
get
get them next
him.
time. I'll get them next time. Yes.
Okay. All right. So let me ask you a question. How does
Mhm.
performing on stage differ than acting on the screen for you? I know a lot of
Um,
actors say it's different.
yeah, there's a difference. Both equally satisfying and gratifying. I think that stage is I think it's the crowd, that participation that you just can't get on film and TV. It's like,
Mhm.
there if you mess up, you got to keep going. There's no cut, let's redo. It's just that the freedom of you having to act towards the back room, so you have to be larger than life and just that collaboration with everybody feeling the energy. That's what I get from stage. And then rehearsing and the rehearsal process can be a lot more
Mhm.
because you have to know a whole play versus TV. I feel like film and TV is very um, it's more structured. I think in a way of like, okay, we're just gonna come in this week, we're gonna work on this scene, or we're gonna
Mhm.
work on that scene, or family business. I might have to do three scenes, and one of them might be the last episode and
Mhm.
then the next scene I'm doing the first episode. It's a
Mhm.
lot of moving parts. But the cool thing is too, I think, which I like film and TV, is that it's just so real and raw.
Mhm.
It's very much like, I had to learn quickly early on when I moved to LA that I would go into auditions and I would be acting and I'd be acting like this, and they're like, Why are you? Why? Who are you talking to?" So that's why I always say, coming from the stage, if you look at the Angela Bassett's and the Denzel Washingtons and the Viola Davis, they all come from theater, Taraji P. Henson. So
Yeah.
it's good to have that foundation. But I
Yeah.
think it's easier to reel it in
Mhm.
versus to start from film, TV, and go to theater where you have to project, because it's more, camera work is very intimate. It's
Mhm.
very much just like, it's like what we're doing right now. We're just having a
Right.
conversation and it's just a
Right.
camera in our face.
Right.
And you can do that tape 3, 4, 5 times. So that's the difference. But they're both so much fun.
Mhm.
So good. Yeah.
Nice. Nice. So, how do you continue to grow and challenge yourself as an actor?
Well, you never stop learning.
Mhm.
You are constantly having to figure out who you are and where you want to fit into this industry, and also keep working on the craft. So whether that's, taking workshops, being in acting class, constantly getting new pictures, new headshots, updating the resume, doing whatever short film or study, or just something to keep yourself going.
Mhm.
I think that it can get complacent sometimes, especially when you feel like you've hit a plateau and you feel like the auditions aren't coming. There's so many doors being shut in your face, and that's happened to me a lot in my career. I mean, people see the glitz and the glam, but they don't understand the hard times that I faced, and even the success of the show and me still working a side job.
Mhm. I
Hello?
know. You got to do
Because
what you
these
got
bills got to
to
get
do.
paid, and at the end of the day, just because you're on
Right.
television, it doesn't make you rich. So,
Right.
that's humbled me a lot. And I've just learned over the years that you just got to trust God's timing.
Mhm.
And, what's for you is for you. I can't compare my journey or myself to anybody else, even when I feel like I've put in the work for so long that I should be where I would like to be. But,
Right.
you just have to just enjoy what you're doing, love what you're doing, and have a good community around you that's going to continue to uplift you in those dark
Mhm.
times, because it's this business is not easy. I say it over and over and over
Oh,
again. I've
very
wanted to quit so
challenging.
many times. But the Lord has not let me to this day, so we're going to keep trucking.
Right. I know it can be very challenging, though. I've heard a lot of actors say that, very challenging.
Absolutely. Especially in this day and age where we're going into AI and social media, and we've gone
Oh,
through a
yeah.
pandemic and a strike. It's tough for creatives out there. But I encourage anyone to just keep going. Don't let the outside world get into the reason why you started this in the first place. And that's why I always have to remind myself, what is my why? Why am I doing this? Why did
Mhm.
I decide to get into the arts? It's because I loved it. So
Right.
yeah, and that's with anybody's goals and dreams. You can't bow out when it gets tough. Sometimes people give up right before the
Yeah.
blessing, you know?
Mhm. I've heard a lot of stories like that. It's true. Very
You know.
true. So, what advice would you? Well, you just kind of told me, but what advice would you give to actors trying to land bigger or recurring roles?
Yeah, I think first and foremost, you can't be afraid to leave your comfort zone. I'm
Mhm.
from Maryland. I'm from the DMV.
Yeah.
So, it's if I'd have just stayed there, I probably wouldn't be where I'm at now. So I think,
Right.
and now it's even, I feel like it's a little bit easier because back then you had to move to LA or New
Mhm.
York if you
Or
wanted
New
to
York.
make it.
Mhm.
Whereas now there's so many different cities that are thriving,
Right.
Atlanta, and, North Carolina,
Right.
Chicago, New Orleans, Texas. There's so many different places for you to be seen. So you just have to put yourself out there. You can't be afraid. It can be scary.
Mhm.
But you got to just take the risk and like I said earlier, get in class. Start somewhere. I think everybody feels like there's a certain way that you have to do things, but everybody's path is different.
Right.
So Start off small, do theater, I did a lot of free stuff in the beginning. It was very much short films and student
Right.
films and web series at colleges and stuff like that. And then you work your way up to trying to get, an agent and, that they can get you bigger work.
Right.
But just know that it's not going to happen overnight. 90% of it, it probably won't. If you're a Nepo baby or you just moved
Yeah.
into the big city and then you just hopped on, Grey's
Right.
Anatomy, then that's kudos to you. But I'm gonna tell you like this: there's a lot of no's and blood, sweat, and tears that you got to put into this. So just know that it's okay that you're gonna fail, you're gonna fall a few times, but it's only gonna make you stronger,
Right.
and you just have to continue to um, push yourself and believe in yourself, and be know who you are, because I feel like the more you're authentic,
Mm-hmm.
the work is going to show itself when you
Right.
aren't trying to be anybody else. Because let's be honest, this business is very competitive. So there's a lot
Yeah.
of people trying to do what you're trying to do. So it's like, what separates you from everybody else? And I
Mm-hmm.
think the sooner you can find that out, the easier it'll be to navigate, But that also comes with age and experience. I didn't know what type of actor I wanted to be at 24.
Right.
you know? So it just kind of, I think when I started to be more conscious of, who I am,
Right.
then opportunities started to open.
Right.
Yeah.
What's one thing that you feel your fans don't know about you?
Ooh, what the fans I know about me? I'm very approachable. I mean, I don't think people think I'm not, but I mean, I think that's just comes with fame. But I'm just very cool. I'm very easygoing. I'm very chill. I like to
Hmm.
laugh and have fun. Um, I think people see on my Instagram. I love to do karaoke. I love to, like, I do
Yeah.
like to travel as well when I can. But um yeah, I have my guilty pleasure TV shows as well. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just like everybody else. I just,
Right.
you know, I'm a very, like, down to earth, like I people be like, "Oh, you seem like you're like my best friend in my head." That's how I am in real life, like, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
you'll cut up. We'll cut up whenever you're around me. That's what it's gonna.
okay.
I like to bring the light and energy and fun to wherever I'm at.
Right. Well, there's one thing that I didn't know till recently is that
Mhm.
you grew up in a religious household. I didn't realize that.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, 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 yeah. My mom is a preacher and a bishop at that. And
Wow.
yeah, I'm a very spiritual person, and I
Mhm.
think that started from just growing up in the church.
Mhm.
Um, it wasn't easy, but I think that always is my foundation,
Mhm.
And even with all the things that are going on in the media with the church and everything like that, it's a
Right.
lot. But
Yeah.
but I will say, for me personally, I
Mhm.
wouldn't be able to still be on the path that I'm going had it not been for God and had
Absolutely.
not been for my faith and my
Mhm.
spiritual walk. And I think that it's only gotten stronger as I'm in my mid 30s now, you
Mhm.
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
I
agree.
love my parents. My parents have been, shout outs to them, Black love. They've been married for 38 years. Okay.
Love it. Your
They're
foundation.
you know what I'm saying? So, and they've been supportive from day one. So I think whenever they can get a glimpse of me doing something great or something on TV, they're just like beaming with pride. Like
They're
they're my
proud.
number one fans.
Yes, they're proud of
So
you.
yeah, yeah,
That's very important.
very
Yes.
much so. Yes, all my
Mhm.
siblings. Yeah, it's great.
That's beautiful. Amazing. Amazing.
hmm
So, what's next for you, and what types of roles would you like to explore?
Well, what's next? We have the play. The play's coming
Mhm.
up in a couple months. Hopefully season 7, Family Business.
Yeah, it's
I,
it's
I,
already happening. I can't
yeah,
wait.
it's yeah, yeah. I just don't have a date yet, but
Mhm.
that as well. And then obviously, I would just love to continue to stretch myself and do other TV shows, other
Mhm.
movies. I would love to do something more thriller, sci-fi, horror.
Oh
'cause I
yeah,
love
I can see
that.
you doing that.
But I also love comedy, like half-hour comedy. I would love to do like an Abbott Elementary or, you know, The Office or something like that. Just something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love all things film and TV. So, I just want to be able to keep showing different layers because obviously people know and love me as Rio. But
Yeah.
I want them to be on this journey of family with me as a fan of mine for the
Right.
long haul. So
Yeah.
I want them to be able to like, okay, put Rio over here and then let me explore.
Yeah. And
But
not only you, I
it's a
don't.
beautiful thing. Yeah. I want people to just see that, man, he's versatile. He can do a lot of different things.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I
Yeah.
get it. I get it.
hmm So just
So
stay tuned.
I can't wait. Trust me, I'm following you all the time. I know you know this.
I appreciate the love always, always.
Yes. And thank you for taking pictures in my glasses.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that. They
You're
look
welcome.
fantastic on you.
Thank you. Thank you. You guys did your thing. So I'm very appreciative.
Yes. So can you share like your Instagram handles, Facebook,
Yeah.
yeah, so people know
Absolutely. Yeah. Follow me at Arrington Foster, all one word. It's on Instagram. I believe my TikTok is Arrington Foster Official. And
Mhm.
then Facebook, Arrington Foster. Everything is Arrington Foster. I might start my YouTube back up too. But yeah, if you want to find me, go on Instagram, Arrington Foster, all one word. And I have a link in my bio with all my other socials on my Instagram page.
Wonderful. Do the cover
Thank you for
feature
letting
on
me.
you for the magazine. I really appreciate that.
Thank you. It was beautiful. Thank
I'm
you so
a fan of
much.
yours. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Thank
Wonderful.
you. Thank you.
All right.